Okay, we're live. Cheers.
Yeah.
G'day, boys.
Oh, boy.
How are we?
Franklin, Busco, Miko.
Franklin, greetings from curfew.
Yeah, I reckon. Not too bad.
We're free and clear down here in Tassie.
Yeah.
Not much fun here though. No good in Blacktown.
No. Roadblock.
Yeah.
Miko, you were telling me there was 80 people in your estate that have got the COVID.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure Tasmania has the highest percentage of fully vaccinated too.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Happy days.
We're getting ready for you lot to bring it down over the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're doing a hype duo tour down there, we'll bring it with us.
Yeah. Okay. Sell it as merch.
We'll be hype quartet for sure then. Me, you, Nico, and Nico.
Have they still got the comedy clubs open down there, Franklin? Are you still be able to do some gigs?
Yeah, I don't do a lot. I judged the Raw State final at the casino in Hobart last night, but and I did a show there the Friday before. But yeah, the clubs are still running. Everything's business as usual down here.
Is there like restrictions, so many per table and all that?
No, we still stay COVID's conscious down here. You know, we keep the 1.5 and whatever. Most of the venues draw a floor plan on that 2 square meter rule thing. You know.
Yeah.
Most of my work's on the mainland though.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what it does. No one takes into consideration, do they?
No.
So what states can you travel to?
WA and South Australia at the moment. From here,
You do the mines.
Yeah, I've got a mine tour coming up at the start of September, right through to the end of October, so that'll keep me busy.
Nice.
The airlines are put on specific flights because we never used to be able to go direct from here to Adelaide or Perth, but we can now. You always used to have to go through Melbourne or somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good thing to come out of COVID.
Absolutely.
No one looks at the positives, do they?
No.
We're finding it hard to find any.
No, the positive are we're writing heaps of songs. That's the only sort of positive. We don't have time to do another album.
True.
Oh, look at this guy.
He's alive.
Oh, there we go.
And Nikos.
Oh, Nick. Glad
How
you
are
could
we
make
all?
He's our Formula One driver. Here he is.
Formula One driver.
You know, they wear the headsets and they do all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Flick yourself into landscape there, Nico.
Hang on. Should I just do this? Am I upside down now?
Yeah, I meant turn your phone, not you.
Wait, hang on. 1 second. Is that any better?
There he is. That's heaps better.
Hey, Busco on the chat, Nolsey's asking you to have a skull.
Who's Noel?
He's a good man.
That wasn't a skull. That was a kitty sip, I understand. But you'll be pleased to know I'm on this low-carb, gluten-free gear.
You got it.
I got put on 5 kilos in lockdown.
There you go.
How you been, Nick, son?
Yeah, not bad. Just, every day's the same. It's weird.
Yeah, well.
If
Drumming and shit.
you're locked down and not doing anything, Nick, how did you still manage to be 5 minutes late?
I was in the backstage section for like a couple of minutes. So I was only a minute late.
In the green room, drinking all the grog.
No, seriously, when I joined, it said you're in the backstage area. You could be added in at any point in time. Be ready.
I think that was my bad because I was sitting there having a chat and I didn't see you pop up, Nico. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
No, that's all good. I pop up when you least expect it.
Yeah, you do.
What's the backstage area like, Nico? What's the backstage area like, mate? Anything good out there?
Nah, not really. It's a bit lonely. Just
No groupies.
Just you and your snare drum.
none of that.
I thought
Just me and my hand.
I thought all those hype groupies might have been out there backstage.
Not at our gigs, Busco. They look like that Buddha next to you.
That's not very nice.
No, I'm joking. What we do.
This is Lucky Phil.
We got some people who want to come in.
I want Lucky Phil to live on.
Can we bring Jared in?
Why not?
You seen the screen?
Sure.
Jared!
Hey!
Yeah, the boys.
Hey, Jared.
How you going, dude?
Jared, how are you, mate?
Good. How you been?
Oh, we're just kicking along, my friend. You?
I like the fact, Jared, that you've still got your South
Messi,
jersey on after
what are we
last
doing?
night, mate. That's dedication.
Keep your face in the screen. Keep your face in the screen.
We can see you, dude.
I didn't see you.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
What's been happening?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Where are you, Jared? Are you locked down in Sydney? Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. We are.
Yeah, he's a regular down at the Plumpton with us, Busco.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, say
yeah. Hey, Busco. I'm Peter White's
Hello.
sister.
Hello. How are you, Nat?
Oh, you just know everyone, Busco, don't you?
Just like that, eh?
Yeah.
I was only talking to your brother today.
Oh, yeah?
Nice things.
How's things?
I don't speak to him.
How's your heart? How's crazy?
I can't hardly hear you. Hold on.
Oh. Here's your other half.
I'm trying to...
I'm still laughing at the Formula One comment.
Oh, get out of it, Nick. That was years ago.
He's the fire changer over here.
No, I'm going to change your mind. You're not a driver. You're the pit stop guy. Quick, check the car.
Do we want to cut back to a song?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do Bloke with us
Yes,
doing it
please.
from a little while ago for the Camp for Cancer stream.
All right.
This was a good one. This was when we were all in lockdown, and you recorded your bit up there, and I did mine down here, and it all came together beautifully.
Absolutely, It was fun and games.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hype Duo, the only three-piece duo in the world. Right now, we're a foursome. The awesome foursome, Hype Duo. Hate the new age, guys. I'm a chauvinist. I live on beer and pies.
Honestly, man, I grew up listening to this song, but it's not because it's old.
I'm an angel underneath.
17, 18, like,
Happy
big
must
man,
be
all
tea.
the time. And then, here
Yesterday
we
I
are.
lied,
Yeah.
but all my mates gave me a real good alibi. Thanks, boys. I really went out drinking. I told you I wasn't looking. Don't ask me for commitment, cause it's something I will share. I'm a bloke, I'm a knocker, and I really love your knockers. I'm a knocker by day. I think up all day, watching 40 on TV. Just make me more, baby, just pour my beer and have my smokes and go away. Or take me as I am. This may mean you'll have to fetch another can. Rest assured, if I start to make you breakfast, I'm going to extremes. But tomorrow I'll get shit-faced, and today won't mean a thing. I'm a bloke, I'm a yobbo, and my first mate's name is Robbo. Until business cigarette. I dress in flannelette, wear a singlet that is blue. Throw in a few tattoos, you know you wouldn't want me any other way. Take it, Nico! Couldn't believe it's his first time on the guitar. When you think you've got me figured out, the season's already changing.
From footy to cricket.
I think it's cool when I act like a tool and the mates try to shave me. I'm a bloke, I'm an author, and I really love your knockers. I'm a labourer by day. I piss up all my pay, watching footy on TV. The streaming on TV just pour my beer and get my smokes and go away. I'm a bloke, I'm a bruiser, my ex-wife thinks I'm a loser. I've got friends.
Well, that's an outstanding version. I really like the drum section, particularly Nico down the back there. Have you ever requested an audio of that?
No, but thank you.
We're just telling him before that you are like the most precise drummer we've ever met. Like you're thorough. You know, usually they're like bong heads and dead shit.
You actually learn our song.
Time. You're waiting for us pretty much. So we're very lucky.
It's pretty funny that someone whose career that relies on timing is always late to everything.
I'm just limited to drumming. I do that, and that's all I can do.
Well, today we had a theme today of the art of the parody song, and that's probably the most famous parody song that we've had out here. And you know what I was thinking during that song, Franklin? Have you ever, because I know you've done that song 1,000 times, have you ever thought about updating the lyrics to that over the years?
I have, mate. More recently, there's been a few people suggest we do a 20-year anniversary. It's 21 years now, but yeah, the way the world was going, half the lyrics, that song wouldn't have got released if it was released these days. But
No, wouldn't it?
the new version was going to be "I'm not woke, but I'm trying. You can tell I'm fucking lying."
Do you think that that's killing the parody scene a bit? The whole, obviously, people not taking the risk on saying what they want to say.
Not just parodies, the whole comedy scene. It used to be known as the last bastion of free speech, but now there's always someone going to be offended by something.
You could be ruthless back in the day, but people would walk away knowing it's a joke, eh?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But get offended. I don't care. Bad luck. Like you're not going to die from offence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It seems like they almost come after you with a frigging pitchfork if they don't like what you're saying. It's like, and they seem to have the loudest voice. Those people have the loudest voices online. Like, I don't understand that. They should shut them up.
Yeah.
Reckon it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Well, in your early days, boys, there was a lot of parodies, and there was a lot of, controversial sort of stuff in some of them too, some real blokey stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think Aussie Girl now, that's about 5 years old, and there's shit in there. It's like, picking up a girl, rooting her on the bonnet of a car, like just random shit. But even girls weren't taking offense to that. So it's like there's a certain, I guess, demographic out there who enjoy it or don't. Even the ones who don't enjoy it sometimes still have something to say, which, they're just.
The reason those things are funny because they happened.
Yeah, that's right. It's the same reason why Fat Pizza and Housos are so successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
The inner bogan.
Very interesting how mellow you fellas got after you got a drummer, though.
Yeah.
I think for us,
a 7-minute "fuck you" Rona song that says "18."
I think for us,
on the radio. Come on, mate.
Yeah. We're very ended up in the same space, Franklin, but we're almost opposite in the way we approach it because, you're a comedian that sung, and we see ourselves as musicians who did a bit of comedy.
Yeah,
we met in the
for
middle.
sure.
And it's sort of cool that we both went about it very different ways. But yeah,
I could never do a 20-minute stand-up time slot. I'd crumble, I reckon. But I just say my latest jokes and walk off.
But on the reverse of that, Greg, I could never play bass as bad as you for 3 hours.
That's good. Hey, no one can play as bad as me. That's why I had to get a 6-string bass just to fucking look like I'm doing something cool.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of the difference between, if there's a parody song and there's a comedy song. Like a parody song, the way I see a parody song is, no offense, but anyone can do a parody song because the song's already done. But to write an original comedy song, like Stay the Fuck at Home or whatever, where you're starting from scratch, I can't do that. I can't play fucking recorder. Mary Lou Had a Little Lamb. I've got nothing. I don't
think any of us can.
And ironically, it's the one instrument that we were all meant to learn at school.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Year 7, they give you a recorder for fuck's sake. Come on,
and then they wonder why there's no
get his aggression out and be on with it.
And one time at band camp.
In saying that, I did take a recorder for 3 years and learned something dance. My heart will go on. So,
coming on the next hype album.
Well, probably not. No.
Was there much backlash from the Cyclist song?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I remember
that's one of my
videos.
On the day we recorded it, we were getting beeps because we were in the middle of the road with a ute with the guy filming it in the back of the tray going 20 Ks. And we were cycling behind him in the middle of the road, people overtaking it. And we were dead set going 5 Ks on the bikes.
We had people just holding their hands on the horns, and I tried to edit it into the clip, but all it was just the whole time. But I have to say, it is when people are behind you and you're just cycling and you're like, I don't give a fuck. It actually is the most satisfying feeling you will ever feel in your life. And I really totally get why cyclists are fuckwits. It actually works for your own mental health. Actually, if you want something to do today to help you get over all this, loneliness and shit that's going on in the world at the moment, I really urge you to get on a bike and ride down the M7 in the middle of at 10 Ks an hour. Just see how you feel. Make you feel better.
When everybody's rages at their peak and you get hit by a truck, I think that's what will happen.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that. But,
I just figured out how.
Tell the truth, Miko. You're just like the Lycra.
Yeah. Well, that's the other side of it. It's full of positives. Let's put it that way.
So, what was the song that got the most backlash for you, Franklin, or for you guys? Parody.
Wow.
Cyclists, I think for us, in terms of seeing the messages and stuff that comes out, I don't know. It probably was that one, don't you reckon, Greg?
Not really backlash. Just a lot of you don't know what it's like, and it's just petty stuff. It's not really gonna change our lives. We're it's already done. We're not gonna take it down.
I think on radio I called cyclists pests once. And I got a fucking rant from a lady. What about you, Franklin? What was the one that got the worst backlash for you?
It wasn't really a lot, but I guess it was the B side of Bloke, or the second song on the Bloke CD. It was Jack Off Australia. And it was very pro-Indigenous in its words. It was about getting the Union Jack off the Australian flag. And there's a line in there that says maybe we should even try some yellow, red and black. And I was playing in a pub in North Queensland, a few Indigenous people there, and they've just heard that and thought I was being anti-Indigenous, and with a few beers, and it got a bit rowdy and raucous and almost had to shut down the show.
Wow.
So it was just from them misunderstanding what I was singing about.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Once I've heard that saying, so that once it's out there, how people interpret it, you can't, it's not your problem how people interpret what you say.
Yeah, that's right. Dave Gleason
realise that.
Yeah. Dave Gleason always said to me, interviewers say to him all the time, what's the meaning of the song better? And he always says, ask the bloke who wrote it. Like, he just sang it.
They didn't write it. That's the same as like you think you write so many songs and then people are like, what does that mean? I go, each line sometimes is different, you know, like I write a line one day and I do something the other and just call the song something very broad and vague that it all kinds of makes sense at the end. Or it doesn't make sense at all and the tune is just good. That's usually
Yeah. Sometimes the lines don't mean anything.
Be very cryptic is what I've learned.
Actually, I figured out, sorry, boys, how to put the comment section on. So shout out to James Cooney, who wants you, Greg, to take your singlet off, you handsome devil. But
oh, Cooney, you mad dog. I'll get into that for you. Ready?
Yeah. Speaking of song interpretations, Greg, Dave Biggins wants to know what your inspiration was on writing Home.
That was Franklin.
We were talking about a song that we wanted to do for a film that Franklin was working on for ages. Then
where'd he go?
Where'd he go? Franklin dropped out.
We just started talking about it.
He's gone backstage.
No, we
There's no groupies there. He should know this.
He's gone backstage. He's heard about what Nico's seen backstage. He's gone backstage.
What's that about there, right?
Nah, Home was I had those lyrics anyway, but then each one was when Franklin said he was going to make a movie, we thought we may as well either bring it to his film or here he is.
Back.
G'day. Yeah.
Oh, g'day.
You had an input into the song Home, Franklin. You legend.
Yeah, basically, I just the concept. They wrote the whole song. I've got a film on the go that may or may not be released, and we needed a song for that film where my character in the film is in America, missing Australia, and I wanted a song about home, basically, and that was the one the boys came up with. It never quite fitted for what we wanted, and between the three of us, we wrote a different song, which hasn't come out as yet, but I've got the recording of that one.
Yeah, so we wrote pretty much a ballad, and then I sent it to Mick. He's like, man, this is... I think we went to Franklin as well and said, man, we want this as a duo song pretty much. We're pretty proud of it. And he goes, well, let's write a whole new one to fit the movie. And it was more of a sort of I'm Australian man type feel for the one that we wrote with Franklin as well, but which has never seen the light of day, has it?
Not yet. Not yet.
It'll get there. It'll get there.
Coming.
We ended up, we had a couple of beers and we had nothing to do on a Friday arvo, and the sun was looking good. The sunset was looking great. So I said to Greg, do you want to come over and get a case of beer and go and film it in the bush? So we, went for a walk up in the parklands and Western Sydney parklands and found a nice spot and recorded it, filmed it.
For home.
Yeah.
No, you get it because it was pissing down rain that day. I never forget it. And I wore some good shoes. It was fucking like mud.
That's right. I walked through mud. That's right. I forgot about that. I thought it was because
it was a nice day.
It wasn't.
It was fucking sleeting rain and everything.
What was one where it was a good sunset? We just did it. I can't remember.
That was the worst film clip we've ever done.
Have you got it there, Nico? Put it on.
Home? I'll have a look.
Have a look.
It was very overcast, and for some reason, I was wearing sunnies.
Keep an eye out for the mud in the video clip.
Western Sydney Parklands. Is that closed now?
No, you're still allowed to walk around and stuff, but they're limited to an hour.
Yeah, it was raining.
Dear Dad, did the Aussies beat the Poms?
Get it down a little bit, Nico.
I missed the Sunday barbecues. You always held the tongs.
I love my voice.
It's okay to cry. You taught me that when I was
Yes, so Nick found this log in the middle of the
but you showed me how to be strong.
Crackle lots of things.
Dear Mum, you'd be happy to know I'm well. I miss the times you picked me up from school before the bell. The pictures on my walls, they will have to suffice. You know I love you for the rest of our lives.
I think it's sort of a song that lets our guard down a bit. because it's honest, and I think that's what connected a lot of people with it. It's one of our, at the moment, biggest songs on Spotify and stuff, but because it's not bullshit, it actually is real for a lot of people, I hope.
This one and We Will Never Forget You is the other one where you guys have got your guard down.
Yeah,
very much so.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's actually, I'm proud that we can do that and not give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how good would it be if you guys shut up so I could listen to the song?
I thought as a Hype Duo fan, you might have fucking heard it already.
What do you just downloaded?
I have heard it about 100 times.
Yeah, nice sunny day there, Miko.
Miko, you got to tell me the story behind this hat, mate.
Hat?
Yeah.
Oh, Miko.
My hat?
Video clip, that fucking hat.
Yeah, that was my grandfather's hat.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, so about a year ago, I got. Do you want to cut this off now?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, about a year ago, I went for a skin check only because Mum had melanoma and thought I probably should do it. And turned out that I had some weird friggin' Bowen's disease thing on my face, and I had to do a treatment for it. And I got told pretty much never to take a hat off, more or less. So Nan gave me my grandfather's hat, lovely as she is. And yeah, so, and then I started doing outdoor gigs, and I always had to wear the hat at the Pig Shit, which is our local pub, Plumpton Pub and stuff like that. And it has a cover, but the sun still comes through. So I put the hat on. And then we did a night gig, and I didn't wear the hat, and people are asking me where the hat was. So I was like, well, I'm inside and it's night. I don't wear it when it's like that.
It's just slash trademark now.
Yeah.
It sort of became a trademark, and then it actually got a bit worn, and I wasn't happy with it. So actually, I bought another one. So this is my other one that I wear. Yeah, so
it's not like the baggy green, mate. You don't wear it till it falls apart. Steve Waugh will be very upset with you.
well, if it didn't have sentimental value, I wouldn't care, but it does have that. So yeah. Anyway, it's all good. I think I had to do like a yucky treatment thing that took skin off my face, but it's all sorted now. So hopefully she doesn't come back.
I saw that photo. Have you got a photo of that? Put that up.
No, I'm not putting that up. Yeah, so I had to have pretty much this treatment that took the friggin' skin off my face, so I look like a leper. But
God.
I think I've got that photo here. You sent it to me.
Yeah, pull up.
I actually have no idea where it would be, but I did paste it on my personal Facebook page. But yeah, so anyway, get a skin cancer check, guys, because the next level would have been a lot worse if I didn't actually, if that turn of events hadn't happened, it would have turned out to be really nasty. So yeah, bit of luck in a way, unlucky, but it happened. So yeah.
Somebody thinks that you guys are underrated, which is a bit of a stretch, but
You're doing all right.
Go with what you're about to say first initially. Overrated. There you go.
Chickaburra. You guys are so bloody underrated. I hope to see you hitting higher up. Well, you should.
Well, yeah, hopefully once it all gets back to normal.
What we were discussing in one of the chats that wasn't live, where you just need that one break where a radio station picks you up, you become a better known name, and the radio stations will just keep playing after that. And I'm not having a go at your radio station, Busco, but I'm talking like a Triple M or something national that would really help out. And it's just that one song that sort of snaps it for you. You've got the ability, so
right place, right time, isn't it? A bit like Bloke.
Yeah.
When you wrote Bloke, you would never have thought that, would you?
No, that's right. I mean, there's a perfect example. I can't sing or play a note, and all of a sudden I'm getting radio play everywhere 20 years ago.
Actually, I like the story that there was another version of that song that you wrote for another guy, for another comedian. I didn't know that.
For Pommy Johnson, it was an inspiration. Yeah, Pommy was doing parody songs before I even got on stage, and I wrote Bloke for him. He said, I've got an idea for a song. That song Bitch by Meredith Brooks, I either want to do the Bloke version or I want to do a song called Bitch and write it about Pauline Hanson. So I wrote the versions for him. he was doing the Pauline Hanson version on stage, and then when I started performing, I said, "Do you mind if I do that Bloke version?" He said, "No, go for it. You wrote it," and that's how it all went. Yeah, I can still remember the words to the Pauline Hanson one too.
Which no one else has ever. So it started to take off on stage though. So you knew it worked.
Bloke, I was just lucky. Right place, right time, like you said, Busco. There was a representative from EMI just sitting in a comedy audience one night. Heard me do Bloke and approached me afterwards. Said we want to record that.
Wow.
Yeah. I was sick of it by the time I recorded it. I'd been performing it on stage for 2 years before the rest of Australia heard it. By the time it was number one, I never wanted to hear it again.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now every gig you do, play Bloke.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What do you say, Frank?
How what?
You play it last, so that everyone requests it first, but you go, I'm going to play it last, otherwise you're just going to leave. It's off.
Up until about 5 years ago, I was always last, but I get it out of the way about halfway through the set now. Except when I'm working with you boys, we do it first to get you back up on stage.
That's true. And then I like
end of my set, start of your set. That's when we do it.
But then I liked at Bogan Fest, you had one I never heard before, Panel Van for Robbie Williams, Better Man.
Oh, yeah, about the Sandman panel van.
That was good.
Yeah, that'll get recorded one day.
Jack Off Australia, like I was listening to it, I had tears rolling down my face. That was that good.
Yeah, that's one of my brothers. One of your favorite, my brother's favorite of yours.
Yeah, I reckon that's a gun song.
I think you've got some clips of Pommy Johnson there, haven't you, mate? The fella I was talking about. Basically, my inspiration to getting into it. Yeah. Throw one of them up. This is the sort of stuff he does.
What was? Whoops.
Is that him?
No, that's not it. Oh, that's him in that clip. Turn that one off, Miko.
I got
that was my
professionally.
That was my parody. Beer is my poison, but that was Pommy Johnson acting in that. But you've got a clip of him doing some parodies live on stage, I think.
Shit, I don't know where it is. Hold on, I'll have to.
All right.
I might have to. We might have to come back to it.
It's one of the three I sent you in the Dropbox.
I think it's the one I didn't download.
Oh, okay.
I downloaded that one. I downloaded the other one, but then I thought this isn't Evan Franklin, so I didn't download it.
Oh, there you go. Fair enough. Okay.
Sorry, mate.
I'd never heard of Pommy Johnson either. Is he quite a famous comedian?
Oh, I've been around for years and years. Was headlining when I started out, Busco. Plays a guitar on stage. First time I saw him was on Red Faces on Hey Hey It's Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing Psycho Chicken.
Yeah, Nico?
Sorry?
How was the process with EMI anyway, Chris?
The process?
Yeah, like going through the recording and all that stuff.
That was fine. They gave us free range to record it with any costs coming out of the sales of the CD, as they always do. But we recorded it at the little recording studio at the back of the SB Hotel where I perform comedy quite a bit, so I was familiar with the surroundings. I've got a good little recording in there, obviously. And then they released it all. It was fine, yeah.
Oh,
we
cool.
had a label contact us. They weren't big, weren't one of the big three or anything, but they very quickly, I called Greg about it. They were very much trying to take over a lot of the stuff that we were doing and trying to be very directional on what we should be doing and what they wanted us to do. Straight up, like I'm talking about a 15-minute conversation on the phone, and I was already like, mate, you're not just walking in and taking over, and I don't care if you can maybe make us a little bit of extra money. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not just selling this shit out for you to make your money. But that's
you got to have creative control.
We had a very different approach. Like, they had a very different approach, and it wasn't EMI and it wasn't, Sony or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But when I spoke to the guy, I was just like, this guy pretty much wants to ride on our tailwinds, but tell us what to do. And not that we're kicking massive goals or anything, but we're having a lot of fun and people seem to be enjoying it. So,
and you've got a plan for yourselves as well, anyway.
But it's
the more songs we
stories.
With
the more songs
AMI,
we produce, the way we get, it's just going to be bigger and better for us, even in this time, because, you know, I know a lot of people lost their creativity during this time, but for us, I try and see the light every day. Man, we can just build out as many tunes as we can. Some will be shit, some won't be, but when we get back to playing live, we'll have as many songs as we want to show the world and go from there, really.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. It's very noticeable with your Facebook presence and your Spotify and all, how much new stuff and how regularly it comes out.
Yeah, we're very lucky that we can actually do it from home. Like, from the get-go, like the parodies we were talking about before, like we just filmed it on mixed phone. And then we progressed to filming it on green screens. We all have green screens at our houses. That's how we released our You're Not Alone song recently. So we've pretty much released 2 albums without even seeing each other. So,
Yeah.
So I think we're used to the process, and a lot of people have to get in the studio and do all that crazy shit. That we're just, man, if you got a song, let's just whack it out and let's just smash it out and just go from there, because otherwise the song gets lost because we come up with a few that need to, you know, if you overthink it and then you go, it's a shit song, right? No,
I actually just love the fact that, like, I can be at home and then just feel like playing guitar and walk into a room, which is the room I'm in now, and I've just got a little lead running into an interface and a microphone on the end of it, and I can sit there and I get the mood that I feel like I want to do something, and there's an inbox, like Greg, Nick, and I have a little folder with songs in progress, and you go and grab one and go, oh yeah, I'll play on that one, and then I'll send it to the boys. Hey boys, this is what I did. Yeah, I don't like that bit. Do this bit, whatever. Not that there's much back and forwards or anything. Usually it's just like, yeah, fucking sick.
Yeah.
You can do it when you feel like it, and it's like, it's not like, I think Busco sometimes says to me, you guys are going nuts, you're just releasing shit every week, you know? And that'll just be me having a chat with him. And I'm like, yeah, to be honest, it's not that I'm trying. I'm actually just like, oh, I've got nothing to do, and it's a Saturday night. Kids are in bed, I'll go and play guitar for a bit.
Well, yeah, we're very lucky in that sense that we've all sort of dedicated our lives to, I guess, you know, doing things at home by yourself, like on Logic or whatever it is, your garage band and stuff, and writing your own stuff, and then just send it off, because I know it's shit cutting out the middleman, and no one's really going to recording studios anymore. But it's a blessing in disguise for us now that we keep doing what we were doing from the get-go, and nothing's phased us. That's why we're releasing tune after tune, which is brilliant.
Yeah, we've just outsourced our mastering and our mixing to a very good mate of mine, Saul, who's doing amazing work. So, like, not to say that we weren't doing amazing, because Greg did the mixing before that, but he's got the gear.
They were okay, but he has like 17 grand worth of shit, you know. I'm like, you do it, you're good.
And it is kicking goals. So, like, if you hear the difference between like Rabbit Hole, which we just put out, or Ghost of You or something like that, hopefully you hear a difference in the quality. From
the shit job that from the shit job that Greg was doing.
That's pretty much what he just said, wasn't it?
Yeah,
not shit. It was all good. But I'm just saying, we're just able to get a little bit more out of what we're doing. So we're still doing the same process. Even Greg still does his original mix, which is still great. But then it just goes through extra processing, and he does another mix on it, which is usually, you know, the next level on top of that.
And the fact that, we can just do it by ourselves is how we've always done it. Like, I've seen a lot of things where people can do the vocals, but there's like 10 people in the room. I can't do that. I have to be by myself alone and scream my lungs out, you know. And same as Nick, he wants to be alone and do his drums, and Nico, same with guitar. So our processes are very different, but I reckon this year, by the end of the year, we'll be 3rd album, even 4.
Easy. Maybe 5.
Let's just do the longest. What's the record? Let's look that up. Longest album. Like, how many songs are on an album? I know they put double albums out and shit, but just one straight album.
I've got your song now, Bloke. If Franklin, if you want it, I've actually downloaded it.
Which one's that?
Way in the world he would have been famous if he'd been an Aussie. Imagine that. Yeah. I'm the king. Yeah, good on you, mate.
It's Pommy.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, mate.
Well, it's your shout, your majesty.
He's talking about Elvis Presley if he was Australian.
Oh, you're leaving the building again, are ya? Fat prick. If Elvis had been Australian, he would have done songs like this. Worked fun for the money to be sold, fucking the job, I'll go on the dole, and don't you? Step on me Kmart thongs. You can do anything to stay off me Kmart thongs. It's not worth the clap, but I'll take it. All the Doors, I don't think the Doors would have been famous if they'd been Aussies, would have done songs like hello, I'm that drunk, can't remember my name. Come on, baby, like my farts.
That's gold.
So that's Pommy. Yeah. So that could have been the bloke that brought out Bloke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he still around, is he?
Yeah. He's driving trucks in Melbourne.
Okay.
No, he's
Still
the one
don't-
that he turned Bloke down. Well, he opted for Pauline Hanson.
Yeah, he went the Pauline Hanson version. Yeah,
Wow.
which would never have got any airplay, by the way.
Of course not.
Yeah, and how much of that do you think, like, I mean, that's something we talk about sometimes as well, like about airplay and about creative genius and where you should play that line. Because I think you want to be true to your art, but then you want to be commercial in a way that you're sort of perceived the right way. I guess that's the tricky part, playing the card the right way, you know?
If you're looking for advice on this, I would say do what you're doing. Like you've got songs released which are perfect for radio, but then we go the other way with Stay the Fuck at Home. And today's day and age with all the social media, it's still getting plenty of coverage right around the country and around the world as well. So, you know, it's just
Been out for a year.
do what's in your heart.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing.
The song Angry Anderson wrote, yeah? Stay the fuck at home.
Miko, can you block Busco?
And the unknown.
You know, it's funny because I think I took a phone call from Angry Anderson's grandson or something asking how I wanted the video footage because they didn't know how to send it off his phone to us. So I had to actually tell his grandson how to upload it to Dropbox so that I could get the photo of his video.
As a bit of a sort of explainer, that was from Kyle and Jackie O, yeah? So Kyle has played a bit of this song on Kiss and said, Angry Anderson wrote this song with a bunch of unknowns. Now, the video contains probably a dozen Aussie music legends.
like the original Red Murray.
Angry Anderson and the unknowns. But it was
Yeah,
done by
Russell Morris, Dave Gleason.
Oh, Jesus,
coming in
Rico.
here.
Crazy.
That's
That's
Mick's
Rico.
dad. It's Rico and Miko.
Hey, how you going?
What are you chewing on some nuts there, Rico? What are you doing?
No, the shapes, mate. The Vegemite and cheese shapes.
Oh,
yum.
Yes.
Are they good?
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Tasmania?
Hey, Rico.
Where's Tasmania?
Rico,
Tasmania.
dig out of Tasmania.
Is there a Tasmanian shape, Franklin?
There is in that box. Yeah, they have the mainland and they have Tassie.
Yes.
Hold it down a bit, mate. Hold it down a bit.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Western Australia, mate.
Or Tasmania, but anyway, it'll do. Oh, now.
Who's Rico?
Hey, down, boys.
Rico's my dad.
That's his dad.
I met Rico at Edamoga.
Yeah, how you going? Hey, just quietly. I think Nico is winning the testosterone stakes, and you're fucking
With the
sad.
beard.
Yeah, the beard.
It's lockdown growth.
That's it.
Yeah, look at that.
Rico knows the real me.
The thing is, Nick. The thing is, Nick. Mick's been locked down as long as you have, and have a look at his face.
Yeah.
Didn't you shave it off recently, Mick?
Sorry?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah, only last week I think I shaved.
Oh, did you?
So we have to enunciate in this group now because it's Nico, Rico, and Miko.
And Busco.
Nico.
Yeah.
And Busco.
Nico.
Fucko.
I was just watching a documentary on a cult where they all had the same ending to their name.
That's giving me ideas.
Can that be a topic for next week? How to start a cult.
How to start a cult.
It's my secret ambition in life.
I'm going to get a beer. I'll be back in a minute.
I've been busting for a piss for a while. This isn't professional.
I'm doing all right. This has only been an hour.
I've gone through a few, yeah. We'll just leave it up to Rico and Nico.
I'll put a song on. What song do you want? I'll put a song. We'll all go grab a beer.
Yeah, no problem.
Hang on, I'll go to the comments section. We're not there.
Shut up in your face, Joe Dolce.
No, I can't do that. It's got to be one I've downloaded.
Actually,
what's the next one on the list?
Have you got the
Let Busco sort it out. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but I don't know the song. But the boys from the Fauna Whistle at SWR are listening, and they want the toilet roll song. Have you got the toilet roll song?
Maybe. Hold on.
Hey, Mick, can you see on Facebook? See how many people are watching?
25.
25.
No, I'm just.
Is this? Would it even be linked to Facebook though?
Yeah, 35 it says.
Oh, really?
I saw her today in the liquor section, a cask of wine in her hand, and I knew she looked ill from her pale complexion, with a trolley full of bog roll for her man. You can't always get toilet rolls. You can't always get toilet rolls. No, you can't always get toilet rolls. But you can buy online, and you still might find you won't get what you need. Oh yeah. And she went down to administration to give the supervisor some abuse. And he said, I know your frustration, but there are no more bow towels left to use. And he said, you can't always get toilet rolls. No, you can't always get toilet rolls. No, you can't always get toilet rolls. But you can buy online, and you still won't find. You won't get what you need. And now the world has gone mad at Panic Station. There's no more respect, no thanks or please. You make us look so bad with your exaggeration. And now I wipe my ass with indoor plant leaves. You can't always get toilet rolls.
That was a quick song too, wasn't it, me? That took about a week.
Yeah, well, even Lockdown, I think Lockdown was the quickest. Not that was a parody, but Lockdown, I think we recorded we wrote on a Thursday, wasn't it, Greg? Recorded on the Friday, filmed on the Saturday, and released on the Sunday.
No, the funny story behind that was me and my wife sat down. Like, we actually wrote something similar, and we wanted that song. And yeah, we actually wrote lyrics to "You Can't Always Get Toilet Roll" or something similar like that, and we thought it was funny that you can't always get what you want, and credit to her because she's always funnier. But yeah, that was the idea, and then we, I think within a week we were on that bridge filming it, and I had my leopard tiger salvos shirt, whatever the fuck you call it, and then which I've worn once to a gig and got backlash, so I stored him away.
Do you guys remember the first parody song you wrote?
Oh,
yeah,
well,
that was Pub in Australia.
There's a lot that
Pub in
I
Australia.
wrote when I was younger, not released, but I think I was telling you guys the other day. There's one called Darrow that I wrote for Enrique Hero.
Yeah,
and it is recorded.
It's in the vault.
Hey,
it's in the vault.
Oh yeah, it's been there for years. There's a lot of stuff. I've shown Mick some songs over the years, and there's some he has a crack up about, but at the same time, you would never show anybody. I only show my mates, a close vicinity of mates, because I know they get our humour. But to the point where, like, if you put that on these days, social media, people fucking have a shit fit.
Yeah, I remember there was a John Farnham one. We're driving a Dubbo, and I don't know why, but it was real bad. And we made
what did I do?
I think we did it together, driving a Dubbo.
I did want to do Smash Mouth All Star, but Porn Star. That would have been funny.
Oh, yeah.
Hey now, you're a porn star. Get your cock out, get paid.
Natalie Imbruglia, Torn would be good for porn as well. That almost like yourself. I'm cold and I'm alone, lying naked on the floor. I am watching porn.
What about you, Franklin? Do you remember the first song you probably sat down and wrote properly? Parody?
It was one of two. I was working in Western Australia in Port Hedland, turning a caravan park into a accommodation village long before I was ever performing, and had this weekly gig with a local AM radio station doing a current top 40 song, doing a parody into a current news story. And that's where Jack Off Australia came from, which ended up on the Bloke CD. That was written back about that time. So I'm not sure if that was the first one, or there was a story about a lone yachtsman whose yacht had capsized between Australia and South Africa or somewhere, and the Navy had to go and pick him up. And I did a parody about that story to Rod Stewart's song Sailing.
Oh, yeah. Love that song.
Yeah. Started off, I am sailing, and second verse, I am sinking. And just went through the whole, It was pretty average, but the AM radio station loved it.
Would there be a recording of that?
If they've kept it, there would be, because I did it on air over there.
See, for me, Maggie May is one of the best songs. It's so good. I actually had to look up what happened for that song, but do you know Rod Stewart was like, when he was like young, like 17 or something, he had a MILF like take him on as like his toy boy. That's what Maggie May is actually about. And he fell in love with her, and she wanted sort of, just a fun time, and that's what the
what's the Triple M story that Matty Johns always used to tell? How he was around Piccadilly Circus, and he had to get his stomach pumped because he was ingesting a lot of what do you say, semen, really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he just had a rough big night.
What the fuck?
That's the story. Don't shoot the messenger. Fuck.
Who Rod Stewart had to? Or yeah, far out. I didn't know he was gay. Is that bad? I didn't know. Is he gay?
I'd heard a variation of that story, which is a bit worse, actually. They're all, rumours going around from years gone by. I heard he'd collapsed on stage because he was full of donkey cum.
It could have been that.
Are you allowed to say that on Facebook?
I think
I'll let you know how many messages we get.
Miko, I realised if you go into chat, and go into the comments, you get all the Facebook comments there.
But he's a good singer. I do love Rod. He's a good singer, but maybe he gets that raspy voice from sucking off donkey.
So you
Hey,
boys
Greg,
did,
Saul did ask what Let's Dance is about.
Let's dance. It's about dancing, Saul. That's all you get.
I'm just looking at the comments now.
If you listen to the lyrics, and that's a very self-descriptive song.
That song is actually about.
You know what it's about, Saul, you bastard.
It's about a night at a party where me and Greg were propositioned, and we didn't take it up, but there was funny comments made, and a song came out of it. And I think about 3 days later, Greg sent me the song, and I was literally wetting myself laughing.
It's a good rocky song, but I want it to be a bit Beatles feel. But then, there was a band I used to like, Local H. I don't know if anyone knows Local H, but it was just very poppy. So you can pretty much say anything if it's a nice poppy groove. So yeah, we're just talking about things like that.
Sometimes the words don't mean anything. Sometimes they just rhyme.
Yeah, they do. That's what I try to do. You gotta get Saul out of the comments, mate.
Ban Saul. He's like lies.
Busco, you've been asking a lot of questions today, Busco. Have you ever written a parody song?
Yeah, I've written a few. I think everyone in their life writes a parody song. You go along humming a song and come up with stupid lyrics. Actually, I wrote one about Blacktown a few years ago, which completely sucked. Actually, I've got one here about the jab we were going to do, but now it's like 57. I was going to get you guys to polish it up about Get a Jab.
There you go. Get a jab. What song were you going to parody?
To the Offspring, Get a Job.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Change one vowel, you've got a parody.
Yeah, just like that. It's not rocket science, mate, is it, eh? Hang on, I'll give you the chorus. What does it say? Oh, no, that's terrible.
Say it.
You
ever look
you wrote it.
There have been a lot that we've done that just don't make it, eh? You don't even know if they're going to fit, or there's been too many. Like, we have one called I'm a Mess, you know, REM's.
Yeah, that's
what's it called? End of the World?
No.
And Mick, it's not on Spotify anymore, is it?
No, it's been removed, I do believe.
Yeah, well, it's probably the most ruthless thing we've done, or I've done.
But how many times? But I mean, that gets back to the fact where, you know, like, what's the most popular parody you guys have done? Is it B Team?
Yeah, I think it is B Team, or probably is B Team. But our most streamed song is still The Boys, which is like.
But that's an original.
Chart.
That's the original, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a parody.
No.
Yeah, but I guess it is. It's fun.
My favourite parody. My favourite parody of you guys is Aussie Girl.
Oh yeah.
we might do a repost on it.
Hey,
Mate, I'll repost it or something. We'll repost it or something.
I think we only had 5. That was a period where we wrote all those in about 6 months. I think 8 months, not even a year, and we filmed Aussie Girl before a gig at the Mercantile in the city because it's right underneath the Harbour Bridge, and we're like, yeah, this is great. And you know, me and Mick are yin and yang. This is before Nico, and then our Formula One driver, and you know, I'm like, no, don't worry about it. He's like, no, let's do this. Like, let's go under the bridge and film it. And there's people around. He's like, fuck it. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
He's a fuck.
And
you got wigs on.
And that was one of the beautiful sunsets. The opera house is in the background, but we're wearing fucking wigs. You're in a fluoro, and I'm wearing a flat. and we're talking about rooting girls on a bonnet. So there you go.
Well, the funny thing was like we're actually like working as like musicians everywhere, and we were talking about like, do we actually put this out on the Hype Duo page, because we're doing like all these corporates and other things, like, should we put this out? And then I remember we were both like, we recorded Pub in Australia, and we were sitting in my granny flat at the time where I had a little recording set up. I just went, let's not overthink it, just fuck it, just push, send it, it's done. And that's how Hype Duo started, because Hype Duo was probably I don't know, it was something else at that stage, but it was just how fuck it, let's just do it. Bang,
I remember the conversations when you brought Nico on board. You're going, do we still call ourselves Hype Duo, or are we Hype Trio? Or
we don't know. We still don't know to this day.
It's too late. We actually thought.
Boys, sorry, you go.
I was going to say, we actually thought it was bad that we were doing Hype Duo, but Nico's in it now, so we felt like we were not doing Nico justice. It's like, there's the two of us and then this guy. So I was like, we got to change it. Like, this isn't bad. This is bad for Nick. I like this guy. So it's great. Like, this is shit. So we called Nico up. We had a chat. We're like, Nick, we're thinking about changing our name. And Nick's like, fucking don't change your name, man. People know Hype Duo, bro.
But we hope when people book us for gigs, they know that it's going to be Hype Duo, and like Nick just walks with his drum kit, you know, like it's going to be loud. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh, Hype Duo.
Can't you count?
You could have showed him some respect. Could have showed him some respect, boys. You should have been called Hype Duo and a drummer.
Well, yeah, some of the venues we play at put Hype Duo plus drums and stuff, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Cool with that.
Hey, Mick, you were worried about us hitting 30 minutes. We've just hit over an hour.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's been a nice chat, hasn't it?
Yeah. Well, we keep it tight to an hour, and we'll come back next week and do it again.
Yeah.
It's been fun. See if you can come on time next week, Nico.
I was like 2 minutes late.
in every song you played.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, boys.
No worries.
Cheers,
Catch
guys.
you later, guys. See
Good
ya.
to see you all.
Cha-cha.